Very rarely will you find a setup as easy to catch today as AGBA. This thing was a clear A+, obvious long. This thing was fantastic on the daily breakouts. We're going to go ahead and go over how I caught it today. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. So first off, of course, this thing ran pretty big today from about 240 all the way to 429. Now, this thing was just absurd and still running on that Triller news from last week. So this thing was crazy this morning and played it a few times, actually played it super freaking well. You can see we actually played it about 4 times today, but the awesome entry here was 330 to 410, and we caught it from, 946 this morning. We're going to go over why I liked it real quick. Real short video. I don't want to take your guys' time too much tonight, but this thing was just so awesome. It's definitely worth us going over. So if you take a look here at the daily, as always, look to the left, see where you have a defined level of risk, and see where you have your range at on this chart. See where that incentive is. Like we talked about in the last video 2 days ago, talking about and finding incentive back to the left. So we're looking to see where price interacted in the past to see if we have range to the upside for buyers to still have that incentive over wherever you're looking to take your entry, right? So looking for a defined level of risk below price with incentive to the upside, which would provide that awesome asymmetric risk to reward. So in this case on AGBA today, of course, this thing closed super weak, but this thing looks super nice over 312, which was this previous high here sitting on the daily. Now, after you see the break of 312, you say, okay, sure, we have this defined level of risk, the previous daily high, but do we have incentive to the upside? So what you do then is, of course, look back to the left and say, okay, well, do we have incentive? Well, look at this 312 here, how key this level was here. Multiple interactions here with price off of 312, and after that, you really had clear skies, all the way up into about $4, right? So all the way to about 420, which you can see right here as well. Clear skies setup. Not really a whole lot of price action within this zone here at all. So this was a clear setup. You have clear incentive. There's not really any price to worry about here to the upside interfering with this follow through. So again, you had incentive here. And again, from there, it's just a matter of waiting for the other stars to align, whatever indicators you use for confluence. For me, view up EMAs to gauge trend and range. And then from there, I just look at price action in the level 2. So here we had our entry at 330, risking 310. As you can see on AGBA, this thing popped up, got bought up off the pullback here at the 318 level. Now, I would have liked to have had an entry in like the lower 320s, but I didn't really get it. And the other thing too is, I still had valid risk to reward here, even with my entry. So from a 330 entry, which was an absolute perfect pullback entry there, risking 310, up to my target of $4, I still had roughly a 4-to-1 risk to reward, right? So we had a perfect risk to reward here. This thing was awesome. So you can see after it broke over that 310 level here on the daily, which you can see right here, I left my stops a little bit loose below that past daily high. And of course, from there, you're just looking for the move up into that incentive to the upside. So after we saw it, kept on getting bought up. Notice how I held above this level here and kept on finding buyers off these dips. I eventually saw this pull back. We had a nice bid sitting right there in place at 312, 310. Hopped on in with that bid support with view up right below price, limiting the downside risk. And of course, got that move to the upside and just raised stops to our 1-minute candle lows, which you can see right here. 50% sold at 364, 25% left at 373, while I'm raising my stop loss to the 1-minute candle low until I got all the way to 410, which was pretty much right there at the top today, 410. This high was 429, but played it super well today. Had a few other wins after that, but this is the main one. I wanted to go over the big picture entry right there after the open today. So hope you guys learned something. Another quick video today, but it's super simple. And the number one thing to learn from these videos is stop making it complicated. Look for the obvious setups. If it's not obvious, it's not A+, it's not worth you risking your hard-earned cash in. So look for these obvious A+ setups, stick to them, stay picky, stay patient, and stay responsible. Make sure to claim your 7-day free trial today to watch me trade live every single day and to get my watch list every night and every morning. I'll see you guys there. Peace.